Life is an adventure, and adventure riding is life. Freedom. That's what we bikers choose to chase. When you want to go out there on the trails, when you want to go on an adventure, you don't want your machine to hold you back. If you're looking for a go anywhere motorcycle, then this Kawasaki KLX could be your best bet. हम डिस्कस करेंगे KLX 230 आपको ट्रेल्स पे और एडवेंचर पे कैसा परफॉर्मेंस देने वाली है, क्या आपको फीलिंग देने वाली है, सो दैट यू कैन मेक अ बेटर इन्फॉर्म डिसीजन. जैसे ही मैंने पहली बार KLX 230 चलाई, मुझे ऐसा लगा मैं टाइम में वापस चला गया. आई वॉज 18 अगेन, वेयर आई वॉन्टेड टू हैव अ डर्ट बाइक. एंड एक ऐसी बाइक जो कि ऑब्वियसली डर्ट बाइक जैसी दिखती है, बहुत ईजी टू हैंडल है और मैं उसको कहीं भी कैसे भी चला सकता हूँ. सिटी में कई बार चलाते टाइम मुझे ऐसा फील आ रहा था, यहाँ फुटपाथ पे चढ़ा दूँ, यहाँ ले जाऊँ, कहाँ मुझे खड्डे कहाँ मिल सकते हैं, एंड वेर आई कैन थ्रैश दिस मोटरसाइकिल. एंड दैट इज़ वॉट मेड मी फील यंग. More than that, I think this loud green color, this looks awesome. And I was feeling like on top of the world. I felt as if everyone should look at me. I wanted that attention. So what is a Kawasaki KLX 230? Well, to be honest, it's a well-engineered, well-built bike, something which will work fantastically for beginners and not just them, for intermediate riders as well. This will give you that feel of a good motorcycle with fantastic ergonomics, where you can definitely push yourself more, learn the good techniques, learn to ride better so that you can become a better dirt rider. जितना आप एक ऐसी मोटरसाइकिल चलाओगे जो मैनेजेबल है, जिसमें आपको फ़न लगता है, जो आप अच्छे से खुल के चला सकते हो, उस बाइक में आपका जो प्रोग्रेशन होता है, आपका अंडरस्टैंडिंग का, आपकी राइडिंग एबिलिटीज़ का, वो बहुत ज़्यादा एडवांस्ड हो जाता है. ऑब्वियसली आप एक बिगिनर लेवल पे स्टार्ट करेंगे, बट जैसे जैसे आप इसको चलाएंगे, विद इन 2-3 years आई एम श्योर विद प्रैक्टिस एंड एवरीथिंग आप एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन राइडर बनने वाले हैं. Beginner riders, intermediate riders, you are going to love this kind of a machine, be it city or off-road trails. But what's the catch? Well, the thing is obvious, it's the price. At 3.3 lakhs ex showroom, I feel, and with almost like 4 lakhs on road, I think this is a little overpriced. But we'll talk about it later. First, I'll come to the bike. Kawasaki has kept things very simple. In fact, usually I'm the one who's talking about engines first. Here I would say the hero of this motorcycle is this lightweight perimeter frame, which keeps the bike compact, which makes it smaller, which makes it lighter, which makes it agile. And that is where the bike, instead of going outright for a horsepower, what you get is something which is agile. So when you're going through a lot of twisties, single tracks, a lot of off-road trails, then what you will feel is कि बाइक एक ऐसे फ्लो में जा रही है, स्मूथली जा रही है और आपको पावर कम है, ये आपको महसूस ही नहीं होगा. बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली द पावर इज़ लेस. ऑन पेपर इफ़ यू सी इट इज़ 18.1 PS एंड सम 18.3 Nm टॉर्क. नथिंग टू बोस्ट अबाउट, नॉट ग्रेट पावर फिगर्स, बट ये पावर ट्रेल्स के लिए बहुत सफिशिएंट है. स्पेशली एज आई सेड, इंटरमीडिएट राइडर्स, न्यूबी राइडर्स, बिगिनर राइडर्स, ये बहुत ही यार उनके लिए काम करने वाला है, उनके फेवर में काम करने वाला है. एट 139 kgs wet weight, this bike is super lightweight and that makes it extremely manageable on any kind of place you're riding. So even in city, you will feel the bike is very light, nimble. कहीं से भी आप कट मार सकते हो, कहीं भी निकल सकते हो, बहुत ही lightweight feel होती है. However, the only negative point that I would say for beginners is this seat height, which is 880 mm. There's a low seat height accessory also which is available, but I think that seat height is not a big problem. The moment you sit on the bike squats by almost an inch or maybe more than that. We'll measure that. जैसे आप बैठोगे, बाइक स्क्वाट करेगी, झुक जाएगी थोड़ी सी, तो यूजुअली लोगों के पैर नीचे लग जाते हैं. तो मेरा एक फ्रेंड है, वो 5'5" हाइट है उसकी, वो भी बैठा है इस पे एंड वो ईजिली मैनेज कर पा रहा था, आराम से उसके पैर नीचे लग पा रहे थे. तो आई डोंट थिंक सो दैट इज़ अ प्रॉब्लम. सो जो बाइक जो स्क्वाट करती है, उसका प्राइमरी रीज़न क्या है? दोनों फ्रंट एंड रियर सस्पेंशन का जो इनिशियल स्ट्रोक है वो थोड़ा सा सॉफ्ट है. अब होता क्या है, जैसे ही वो सॉफ्ट स्ट्रोक है, ऑल्दो 240-250 mm का इसमें ट्रैवल भी है, बट जैसे आप बैठते हैं वो थोड़ा सा कंप्रेस हो जाता है. तो ऑलमोस्ट आई थिंक 30 mm इज़ वॉट आई फील इज़ वॉट कंप्रेसेस, which gives it that plushness of the ride. So that plushness obviously gives you better feel, it gives you more comfort. However, this has a disadvantage as well. The moment you start pushing, if you start pushing very hard, very fast on these trails, and if the terrain is very rough, what starts happening is the front, it almost starts bottoming out. And that starts throwing you away as a rider. The engine, although as I said earlier, it does not deliver outright a lot of power, I would have preferred that there was almost like 25 bhp from this machine, but this is a very simple machine. As I said, Kawasaki has kept it very simple. 233cc air cooled, 18.3 Nm of torque, 18.1 PS of power. बाइक जो है वो लो रेव्स और मीडियम रेव्स पे जो मिड रेंज में इसका टॉर्क है वो बहुत अच्छा डिलीवर करती है. That gives it a very good feel. If you see the acceleration videos that I have posted, so that acceleration also reaches within 13 seconds without me ducking or like lying flat on the tank. So I think 13 seconds is a pretty good for this kind of a motorcycle. But what lacks in the power department is made up by this beautiful chassis. As I said earlier, it's all about the flow. The chassis, the handling is superb and it lets you go through everything without dropping your speed. So you can carry more momentum, you are going to have more fun, and you don't need to worry about the engine specs or how much power and how much torque you are getting out of this machine. It's all about the flow. It's all about how easily you can maneuver the bike around, how easily you can go around obstacles, and how much fun you can have on this bike on a trail. Now let's come to the ergonomics. Very important for a trail bike. This bike has got beautiful ergonomics both sitting and standing up. So whenever you're sitting, you will sit in an active position, and when you're standing, you will be having proper ergonomics. Even the standard stock bar is good enough for beginners and intermediates. Good ergonomics obviously help you in having a better body position when you're doing off-roading. The brakes are decent. The front obviously has a good bite, and the moment you squeeze the lever, you will see that the bike dives at the front. However, it does not lose traction. Now we'll come to another point which I think is severely lacking in this bike is presence of a tachometer. Yes, the tachometer is absolutely missing. Over so many years, we are so habitual of seeing a tachometer, and then again there's a gear indicator which is missing. I would have wished that there was a gear indicator as well. कुछ वियर्ड चीज़ें जो मुझे बाइक में लगी वो ये थी कि मिरर्स ऑल्दो अच्छा है, हैंडल बार से अंदर है, तो कभी बाइक आप ड्रॉप करोगे तो आपको मिरर कभी नीचे टूटेगा नहीं, निकलेगा नहीं. बट इसका प्रॉब्लम क्या है, व्हेन यू राइडिंग ऑन द हाईवे और सिटी, एटलीस्ट माई आर्म्स व्हेन यू आर सिटिंग अप विद एल्बोज अप, द एल्बोज कवर more than 50% of the mirrors, and that is where I think the visibility is not great. I would have preferred it to be better. I felt initially when I looked at the pictures that the bike looks tiny for my frame. I'm 179 centimeters tall, but I think with these dirt bike looks and with this dual sport, which does not look like more like a dual sport, more like a dirt bike, I think the bike is fine. It's not too tall, not too short, and especially when you get the 2118 setup, which helps you in all the adventure riding that you can do. One thing about the tires, these MRF tires, I feel they are very average. The grip is not great, and maybe once you start using the bike, after some time you would want to change these to something better. And if you're more focused on off-roading and trail riding, then definitely switch to good set of knobbies. One more thing I felt is on the highways, the maximum I could touch is 121 kmph, but thanks to that 6th gear, you can easily cruise at 90 to 100. The moment you start going above 100, you will feel that it is getting stressed. But till 90 to 100, it's a very good, very fun, peppy motorcycle. I did a ride yesterday. It was almost like 130 kilometers. And after that 130 kilometers, when I stopped and I was operating my phone, I could feel that my fingers were a little numb. And obviously, मतलब numb वाली feeling आती है, थोड़ा 10 minutes लगता है. Not a very good feeling, and I was wearing good gloves also. I was wearing the Rhinox Advento Pro gloves. बट आई फेल्ट किया नहीं यार, मतलब थोड़ा वाइब्रेशंस तो हैं. वैसे नॉर्मल राइडिंग में फील नहीं हुआ था, बट हाईवे राइड्स पे व्हेन यू आर होल्डिंग दो स्पीड्स कंटिन्यूसली फॉर अ लॉन्गर ड्यूरेशन, दिस इज डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू ट्रबल यू. अब डर्ट बाइक लुक्स चाहिए तो ऑब्वियसली फ्यूल टैंक भी डर्ट बाइक जैसे ही मिलेगा आपको. हार्डली 7 लीटर्स का इसका टैंक है, एंड आई थिंक यूजेबल इज़ अराउंड 6 लीटर्स. तो कल मैंने जो हाईवे रन किया है उसमें मुझे ये फील आया है कि अराउंड 4 लीटर्स मैंने फ्यूल भरा है फॉर 125 किलोमीटर्स. सो अराउंड 32-33 का माइलेज मिलेगा ऑन हाईवे व्हेन आई वाज डूइंग 90 to 100 kmph all the time. I feel in city this might increase to 35, but that's about it. On the trails, you have that benefit because this is a lightweight tank. It is smaller, so you're not going to add a lot of weight to your motorcycle, which will help you when you're riding on the trails. So city and trails, I think this fuel tank is okay. For highways, with 6-7 liters, you may have to stop within 200 kilometers every time, which I think is okay, not great, but you can't help it. Now, who should buy this motorcycle? Obviously, Kawasaki KLX 230 is an expensive bike, and as I said, we'll talk about the money part later. But first, I'll tell you who should be buying this motorcycle. I feel any beginner who's interested into off-roading, who's interested into trail riding, they would love this kind of a motorcycle because it gives them everything right from the get-go. Right from decent power, good ergonomics, fantastic handling, good ergonomics, hitting position, and everything is just fantastic about this bike. So for beginners and even for intermediate riders who want to skill up, this bike I think is going to work very well for them. I think the second use case can be for those people who are getting back to motorcycles. So maybe when they were 27, 28, they were riding Pulsars. Now they are in their 40s and they want to start with their motorcycling again. This is something which will not overwhelm them, and this is light, manageable in any kind of condition. And obviously they can have a pillion also. Pillion comfort is fantastic on this bike. In fact, on the off-road trails, my pillion was not even feeling any kind of jerks or bumps or any rocks. So he was extremely comfortable. And I would say for those kind of riders also who are in their 40s, who are getting back to motorcycling, this can be a good starting point where you start riding, you start going to offbeat destinations, maybe not trails initially, but offbeat destinations where the roads are bad, because it is so much manageable. And that is where you can start your journey into the world of exploring. Now the biggest question about this bike is it worth the price? यार प्राइस तो इसका क्या 3.3 lakhs एक्स शोरूम है, ऑलमोस्ट 4+4 4.1 टाइप ऑन रोड जाती है विद डिस्काउंट्स एंड एवरीथिंग. यू कैन एज्यूम इट इज़ 4 lakhs ऑन रोड. द प्राइस इज डेफिनेटली हायर because our direct competitor is the Xpulse. You see the Xpulse Rally Pro model is 1.8, 1.9 lakhs on road. This is double the price. Now the question is obviously, is it worth the extra price? Let me be very fair to both the bikes. Xpulse is a very good platform, but as a stock motorcycle, it is horrible. The 200 Xpulse is horrible. The ergonomics are very bad. The weight distribution is very bad. The bike is heavy. The power is coming up in the higher revs. There is hardly any low end torque, medium end torque. So that all is opposite to what we need on trails and off-roading. Kawasaki, on the other hand, it offers amazing agility, amazing nimbleness. It is lightweight, and जो power delivery वगैरह भी है, it is just enough, just good enough to keep you going. Torque and power इसके decent है, better than Xpulse I would say. सस्पेंशन भी स्टॉक फॉर्म में बेटर है, रैली सस्पेंशन उसका थोड़ा सा बेटर है, बट इंटरमीडिएट राइडर्स भी इसको ज़्यादा पसंद करेंगे क्योंकि राइड क्वालिटी बहुत प्लस है एंड बहुत ही कंफर्ट आता है. बाइक आपको एक निम्बल लगती है. सीट हाइट ऑब्वियसली लोअर है और जो अर्गोनॉमिक्स है ना ओवरऑल वो बहुत ही इसकी सुपीरियर है. अब भी एक क्वेश्चन आया था कि लेटेस्ट से मैंने एक्सपल्स ले लिया एंड आई मॉडिफाई इट टू माई लाइकिंग एज आई हैव डन hell lot of modification on my motorcycle. So even if you modify your Xpulse a lot, that will cost you at least a lakh with the T-plate, custom T-plate, with the foot peg hanger, with the better handlebar, with the you can say the rally suspension, rally seat. Still, what it will lack is the riding dynamics. You can fix the ergonomics, power, you can fix a lot of tweaks and everything, but you will lose the dynamics, the way the weight balance is there. Xpulse is top heavy, this is bottom heavy, so it feels very flickable, it is very light and agile. That you cannot make an Xpulse do. And all those modifications, that will also cost you a lakh. So if you see all those modifications, so you can say 3 lakhs a new Xpulse will cost with all the modifications, and 4 lakhs for this bike. I would say this bike is better. It's up to you whether you are willing to spend that extra. Touring के हिसाब से सोच रहे हो तो भाई I think this does not make sense. But for city riding, for if you want to grab attention, if you want to feel like a young boy, definitely this bike is better. And it's just that if you can afford it, why not? And as I said earlier, if you are getting back into motorcycling, you're almost 40 and you want to ride out bikes again, I think this is a very good starting point for all your adventure activities, for all your off-road duties, for all your city riding. Lightweight है तो यार easy हो जाता है, बहुत ज़्यादा power भी नहीं, you don't have to think about too many things at the same time. So you will be comfortable, and couple of years later you will be, when you are hands-on on this bike, then you can definitely upgrade to a bigger bike. So definitely a good starter bike for that age group, or even if you're young, you want to get into off-roading, this is a very good starting point.